Saturday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully are having a fantastic Saturday. We are here today to talk about the weather because we have a bunch of stuff to start talking about, especially for the tropics. Tropics will be a absolute huge thing to talk about, uh, as we now have Hurricane Burl is now out there having some rapid intensification right now, and no threat to South Carolina, but still having some very rapid intensification could affect us if it decides to turn. Right now, the models are still pretty much all over the place of where this thing is going to hit after it goes through the Leeward Islands, but as of now, no threat. We will continue to watch for post Hurricane Burrow, though. So let's go and get started. It's 8:59, so we're gonna be a bit early tonight. Good Saturday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. I am the host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Saturday evening. Now, looking at the radar right now, you can see that we do have some showers up there inside of western Hartsville, southern Lancaster, northeastern Winnsboro as well, and we also do have some minor flooding going on down here for Estill, South Carolina, Furman, South Carolina, Luray, South Carolina, and Scotia, South Carolina as well. Mainly for minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. Between a 1.1 and 1.5 inches have already fallen, and then another inch or two is still expected. So a good 3 to 4 inches could fall in those two regions right there, right next to the Charleston radar. And that's not all, because I usually don't talk about the heat advisories too much. So I think we're gonna change that up and do that today. But if you look at the heat advisories, the entire state, except for the mountains, is under a heat advisory. And you might be wondering, well, why? And it's because of tomorrow, Sunday, June the 30th, 2024. These temperatures throughout pretty much the entire state of South Carolina. The heat index values will get up to 109 degrees tomorrow for the entire state. Everyone has the potential to see 107 to 109 degree heat index values tomorrow. And you can see, once I turn on the heat index value, you can see the entire southeast pretty much almost has a chance to see those heat index values up into the high, not the high 100, but the high low 100s, kind of like between 100 and 110. Everyone has a chance to see that tomorrow. But let's turn off the heat index values and let's talk about the entire United States. So if we move to the MRMS, we do have some rain up there in southern northeast right now. It's still pouring pretty bad for some up there. Goes all the way down into the mid-Atlantic, down here in the Carolinas. Again, just some downpours going through South Carolina right now. Not much for North Carolina, but the deep south, especially the southern deep south and southern portions of Florida, is also seeing some rain as well. We also do have some downpours and storms going through Oklahoma and Missouri, as well as the panhandle of Texas. The southern Rocky Mountains is also seeing some convection and some heavy downpours going through there as well. And also up here inside of the northwestern United States is what we do have some rain going on up there. Same thing with portions of Michigan near Canada. Let's go and move on to our cloud cover. Cloud cover right now has some high cloud just to the south of Columbia, as well just to the south of Augusta, and just to the west of Savannah. We do have some low clouds as well that goes all the way up there to the upstate. Also down there close to Charleston as well, some very light cloud cover. It's not much at all. Myrtle Beach is looking clear. Florence is looking clear. Those are really the only two regions that are really seeing those clear conditions as we move into tonight. And then here's the cloud cover total percentage for the next 18 or so hours. You push this forward, and again, it's going to be clear for most of tonight, but then as you get into around tomorrow morning, you start to see cloud cover start to build up in the entire state as we move on and go throughout our day. And these will come, obviously, with some rain, maybe even some severe thunderstorms as well. We'll talk about that more later. But right now, it will be cloudy by the time we get to like tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening for most of South Carolina. Here is the current temperatures: 86 in Greenville and Columbia, as well as 82 in Charleston, 84 in Savannah, 82 in Myrtle Beach, 88 in Augusta, 86 in Rock Hill, as well as Bennettsville, Florence, and Sumter as well. Here's our low temperatures for tonight. Low temperatures around 75 in Greenville and Spartanburg and Rock Hill, 76 in Columbia, 80 in Charleston, 76 in Walterboro and Moncks Corner, 78 in Myrtle Beach, 76 in Georgetown, 79 Hilton Head Island. And then here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 hours. You see here that we do have the chance to see some pretty high precipitation rates, especially as far north as like Dillon, South Carolina, Florence, Cheraw as well. Some places can even see up to an inch to maybe even an inch and a half just to the south and east of Dillon as well. Quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible just near Sumter. Columbia can see around a tenth to a quarter of an inch. And again, these are all with the pop-up showers that we've been seeing and with the threat for tomorrow as well. Greenville around a half an inch, Spartanburg quarter of an inch, Aiken a tenth of an inch, and some places inside the Tri-County region and in the coastal low country regions and maybe even Myrtle Beach as well may not even see a drop of rain. Here is our SPC outlook for the next couple of days. You can see here today, for tonight, I should say. We are under a TSTM. The entire state has a chance of seeing a thunderstorm while those showers and storms are moving through portions of South Carolina now. Here is our day 2 categorical outlook where we are under a marginal risk of severe weather. And the only threat with this is actually going to be wind. So you're going to have to watch out for some isolated severe wind gusts as those storms move by us tomorrow. And then as we go into day 3, the Charleston region, pretty much the entire low country of South Carolina has the chance to see some more isolated damaging wind gusts as we continue into our Monday. And the funniest thing is that if you remember the that strong storm that went through near the Somerville-Latson region the other day, this is pretty much the same setup. The same thing's not going to happen, but it looked kind of like this to where you had the marginal risk kind of going into northern Florida, into Georgia, and then the low country of South Carolina, and then I'm pretty sure it was either a TSTM or a marginal risk of severe weather, and it's on a Monday, 2-3 weeks after it's happened. So again, very ironic that that's happening. But moving on, let's talk about excessive rainfall. Excessive rainfall is possible tomorrow for portions of Columbia, Myrtle Beach, Florence, as well as Rock Hill. As we move into our day 2 excessive rainfall outlook. And then here is our day 3 risk as well, where we have a marginal risk that goes through pretty much portions of Myrtle Beach, Florence, all the way down through Charleston, the Tri-County region, through the entire low country of South Carolina, where we have the chance to see some minor flooding going through for our Monday. Now let's go and talk about the models. So let's go into the ARRR, and then as we move into the 18Z for the next couple of days, let me zoom my way out so y'all can see that better. So if you move this forward, here's around 9 o'clock. It's kind of accurate. You can start to see like some of the showers and pop-up storms that's going through all the way up there. I'm not going to switch to the radar right now, but it's kind of resemblant to what it looks like almost right now. But as we go into around 1-2 a.m., still showers will be possible up there inside the upstate of South Carolina. But then as we continue, here's 8 o'clock in the morning, where we have the potential for some showers to maybe start to diminish a little bit as we go into the early morning hours, but then continuing through huge convection pop-up. Hold on, let me show you guys that one more time. This is 1 o'clock, this is 2 o'clock, and this is 3 o'clock. So huge convection starts to pop up as we get into the afternoon hours. By around 2 o'clock, there's probably could be some showers and thunderstorms just in northern South Carolina, but then maybe the Midlands and the upstate, maybe portions of the low country could start to see some downpours as we go into 3 o'clock. There goes all these severe storms up here near Gaffney, southeast of Charlotte, North Carolina as well, just to the northeast of Columbia, South Carolina, And then you can start to see, as we get into around here, 6 o'clock, have these thunderstorms all up here inside of the southern upstate. And we have these isolated just supercells with the chance for some damaging winds going through around 6 o'clock. This is 7 o'clock. You can finally start to see that linear mode, and it starts to go this way towards the Atlantic coast. This is pretty much a classic look almost for a cold front. And then as you continue it forward some more, it kind of diminishes once it gets close to like Dorchester County, Horry County, but then another round comes in right after it. It can bring some more damaging winds with it. So honestly, I think that, again, they were right putting that marginal risk down, because this could be pretty interesting damaging wind threat. I'm honestly very surprised, and am willing to see what happens tomorrow. Maybe even with some hail in there as well. They might add a hail threat with this tomorrow. I don't think there's a hail threat with it right now, but I would not be surprised if there was a hail threat added with this. As we go into tomorrow morning, though, there goes some more showers and thunderstorms that will be kicking off and will be intensifying more as it gets into the low country of South Carolina for your Monday. Let's go and talk about the tropics now. So, starting off, we have Hurricane Beryl. If you have not seen the news or anything about it yet, Beryl has turned into a tropical storm, and then it intensified to a hurricane. And actually, this is right now having some rapid intensification, meaning that it is developing and strengthening fast. It says right here, Beryl is expected to be a dangerous major hurricane when it reaches the Windward Islands late Sunday night or Monday, bringing destructive hurricane-force winds and life-threatening storm surge. Hurricane watch and warnings are in effect for much of the Windward Islands. It also says heavy rainfall and localized flooding is expected across the Windward Islands Sunday night and Monday. Interest in the Central and Western Caribbean should monitor the progress of the system. Users are reminded that there is large uncertainties at day 4 and 5, and then not focus on the specific details of the track and intensity forecast. So there is very large uncertainties for, again, what this thing will do. But right now, as we're around 4 to 5 days out, so that's around Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere around there. That's around 4 to 5 days out. So again, very, very far, and you can even see it over here at like well, I don't know, you might not be able to see it too well, but you can start to see where the cone kind of starts to get more into like the dotted region. That's 2 p.m. Wednesday, and I think that's 2 a.m. Thursday. It's kind of hard to see on this website, but you can see that pretty much once we get to around the Wednesday, Thursday time frame, we don't know what's going to happen. This could go up towards Florida. This could go down. This could go just straight towards Texas. It could go all the way to Mexico. We don't know. That's why there's that cone of uncertainty. So that's Beryl. No threat to us right now. But as we move into Disturbance 1, because that's our next thing that I'm not really worried about this. I'm also maybe a bit concerned for Disturbance 2, but we're just going to talk about Disturbance 1. A broad area of low pressure is forecasted to form over the Bay of Campeche. I've heard some people say Campeche, so I'm going to say that tonight or early Sunday, where conditions appear generally conducive for further development. A tropical depression could form before the system moves inland again early next week over Mexico. Interests along the Gulf Coast of Mexico should monitor the progress of the system regardless of development. Heavy rainfall associated with the area of low pressure will continue to affect portions of Central America and Mexico through early next week, and I can show you guys the thing for that as well. Here's Beryl if you wanted to see it. Most of the models do have Beryl getting up to a Category 4, while right now it's forecasted to go to a Category 3, but there's some that are saying it will de-intensify, but most are saying it will get to a Category 3. So that's Beryl, right there. Mainly supposed to go into the Gulf of Mexico. That's just one last look. And then here's 94L. Again, nothing really for this one. Some models have it getting into a tropical storm, then de-intensifying, and a couple of models have it re-intensifying into a tropical storm as it leaves Mexico. Some have it dying out completely, but some, like in 168 hours, I think 168 divided by 24, that's 7 days out. Alright, so around 7 days out from now, some models actually have it to where it re-intensifies again into a tropical storm. Again, no threat to us at all. But as we move into the next thing that I wanted to talk about, and it's this system. Let me get that pulled up right now. Here's 2. And then here he has a 70% chance the next 7 days, 30% chance the next 48 hours. Says an area of low pressure located several hundred miles southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands is producing an area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear conducive for additional development of the system, and a tropical depression is likely to form by the middle of next week, while it moves generally westward at 15 to 20 miles an hour across the eastern and central tropical Atlantic. So we're going to have to watch out for this one too. Maybe even some of the same areas as well, like the Lesser Antilles, as well as the Windward Islands as well. So everyone here is going to have to watch out and going to have to see what happens with this. But there's no models on it yet because it's not an invest yet, so we don't have the tracks or the intensity forecast yet. But once it turns into either a tropical depression or an invest, we will start to see those. We will start to see those models start to show up for the intensity forecast and the direction. So let's go and let's talk about the future. So here's the GFS model. We're gonna zoom in to South Carolina, and let's push this forward as we get into July the 1st. Shower storms again will pass by us. This was pretty much was expected for like Monday with that severe weather, especially I think for the low country of South Carolina. But as we continue, July the 2nd could give us a tiny little break. July the 3rd as well. And then you look at July the 4th. I've been talking about July the 4th for a while now. And I was saying that there is a chance that July the 4th we may not even see a drop of rain, which would be, that would be amazing. And it looks to be that it's pretty ironic, again, that July the 4th actually could be the day that we might not even see a drop of rain for a while. Not for a while, but just for the day, which is, again, very, very good, especially for people that want to have those outdoor activities. But July the 4th will probably be a dry day, and probably the driest day of the week. As we go into July the 5th, maybe some scattered showers going into like the late night hours. There goes Burrow right there, 985 millibar, 974, 965, and look at that. The 18Z of the GFS has Burrow actually going into Texas as a category, high-end category 1, maybe even a low-end category 2. So we'll continue to watch and see what happens there. But again, southern portions of Texas, again, that will bring very destructive winds to like especially the coastal portions of Texas if this happens. So it might go from hurricane to tropical storm, and then if it goes back in the Gulf of Mexico, it will probably re-intensify back into a hurricane, and will hope and may hit one of the states. And Texas looks to be one of the best bets for now. Again, don't take that as gospel already or yet, but that's just what's going on. While that's happening, probably bringing us maybe some rip currents, maybe some gusty winds as well, as these winds can sometimes get very, very gusty all the way from the storm center all the way over here to us. But here's July the 6th, bringing us some more showers, more thunderstorms over and over and over again. July the 9th, same thing. July the 10th and the 11th, same thing. And it pretty much continues through most of the first half of July. So that's for the future. Now let's go and talk to the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. We have a pretty small audience today. So only a couple of messages, but that's fine with me. Mr. Anthony says, good evening, JP. Good evening to you. My mom says, hi, Joseph. Hi. And then my Nana says, hello, Jay. Hello. And that's it. So, again, if you want to be here at 9 o'clock, you might have to set a timer for yourself. Might have to go on and remind somebody else to tell you about it. They have a good memory. Or you can just always check in on the channel and see what's going on here. But let's go and talk about our San Antonio forecast, and then we'll do our Raleigh forecast, and then that's it. And I'll let y'all continue on with y'all Saturday night events. But let's move this back. So, I mean, I'm already looking right now, and it seems to be that San Antonio will probably not get any precipitation for the next 40 or so hours, which is not really the best thing, especially because of the drought that y'all been getting. Okay, I'll talk about that in a second. But, as well as temperatures as well. Here is this. Also, if you're inside South Carolina, there is one thing that I have to say after this, so don't leave quite yet, because we have to talk about the drought monitor, because we have a huge, an absolute humongous update. I just saw it on the other screen. So we'll talk about that after this, but a pretty huge update. We'll get to that in a second, though. As we go into tonight, low temperatures around 79, somewhere around there. And as you go into tomorrow, high temperatures around 98. As you go into tomorrow night, around 76. And then around 96 on around 2 o'clock on Monday. Let's go over towards Raleigh. Go over here. All right. So let's move this forward. Tonight, low temperatures seems to be around 77. And as you go into tomorrow, high temperatures seems to be around 93. And as you go into tomorrow night, low temperatures around 74. And then around 87 on your Monday for around 2 o'clock. Here is the rain. See how much it will be raining going through the next couple of hours or so. So tomorrow, you actually are under a slight risk of severe weather, so you're gonna have to watch out for some scattered wind gusts when those storms come by. And I mean, I'm looking at it right now. This is tomorrow morning. And then there is tomorrow night. These thunderstorms right here around 4 or 5 o'clock, they do have the chance to bring some wind gusts with them as well. 60, 65 miles an hour, so you have to watch out for those tomorrow. And then as we go into your early morning hours, some more scattered downpours are possible. And even into the afternoon hours. So that's pretty much it for both of them. Again, I talked about severe weather for Raleigh. You are under a slight risk for tomorrow, so you're under a 15% risk of seeing damaging winds 60 to 65 miles per hour. Now let's talk about the drought monitor. This is a absolutely humongous update. The entire state of South Carolina is not only abnormally dry, but as we get, I'm going to call it all the counties, it's going to be a lot. Southern Spartanburg County, Southwestern Union County, Southeastern Lorain County, entire county of Newburgh County, Eastern Saluda County, most of Lexington County, Richland County, Calhoun County, Sumter County, Lee County, Darlington County, Florence County, Marion County, Northern Horry County, Northern Georgetown County, Northern Williamsburg County, Northwestern Berkeley County, Northern Dorchester County, Northern Colleton County, the entire county of Hampton, and then Northern Jasper County, Bamberg County, I think I already said Orangeburg County as well. So, if I just called out your county, you're probably under a moderate drought. That means that you are officially inside of a drought. So you're going to have to definitely watch out. Make sure that your grass is getting the water, whether it's by a hose, with a sprinkler. That's definitely something that you're going to have to watch. Plants as well. Plants outside definitely need to be watered. Because especially with these hot temperatures and with very scattered showers, that won't really get the job done too much. So that's why this D1 expanded. I honestly thought that they would get rid of the D0, the D1 for like Dorchester and Berkeley County, but they actually made it bigger. So that's just something there. And we even have a severe drought in central Clarendon County and and very, very southeastern Sumter County as well is under a D2, a severe drought. So, can we see an extreme drought as we get into next week? It's possible. I'm not going to rule anything out. Maybe when these storms roll in, it might put it down a little bit more, but it's definitely not out of the question. We've seen a D4 here. I think it was last year, I believe it was. So, I mean, we've seen it before, but if you're inside the drought area, if you're inside the Tannish region, make sure that your outdoor plants and grass is getting water, and also make sure that your D2, if you're in the D2, in central Calhoun County and very southeastern Sumter County, make sure that you guys are off. Make sure you guys definitely are getting y'all's plants water. But that's all that I have. I don't see any other chat, so we're going to go back to the live radar. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, the like button as well. We have 131 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer to our goal of 200 by the end of August. August 31st is our last day to get 200 subscribers, so hopefully we can get there before the last day. And then our next goal after that will probably be around 250 or so. So I'm going to turn on the music, and we're going to end this out. Make sure you guys share, subscribe, and like. We have 5 people watching, only 3 likes on the live forecast right now. Let's get that like button up. If you have not already, hit it, and it will help me out, help the word spread out, and that's pretty much all that I have. So, everyone have a fantastic rest of your Saturday night, and I will be back tomorrow evening for your Sunday for Sunday night forecast update and your week forecast update for June the 30th through July the 6th.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. I love the way you walk, and I love the way you talk. When you walk that walk, and you talk that talk, you knocks me out off of my feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. How, 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 how. How, 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 how. Hey, hey. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. I love the way you walk. I love the way you talk. When you walk that walk and you talk that talk, you knocks me out off my feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang.
Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down off of your feet. How, 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 how.
Hey, hey.